Despite his huge online success and popularity, Logan Paul is no stranger to controversies and messing up, leading to many people turning on him. From the Japan incident all the way to his crypto scams and his recent crime allegations, Logan has arguably done it all. So here are 8 times Logan Paul messed up, starting with the time he was exposed and hated online for lassoing women until they kiss him. Yes, this actually happened. Now if you're a new fan, you probably have never heard of this, because the video was eventually deleted from all platforms and never talked about again. But back in 2014, Paul collaborated with fellow YouTuber Sam Pepper to create a street prank video together. Basically, they lassoed random women on the street and refused to let them go until they gave each of them a free kiss. Now this was a time where kissing pranks in public were huge. Although most of them were exposed to being fake and staged with actors playing the random girls, the context of the video still angered many people online. At the time of posting, the video quickly gained massive traction and was immediately deleted by Sam Pepper, who himself has been facing many sexual assault allegations. People forgot about the video until 2021, right before Logan was set to face Floyd in a boxing match, when the video resurfaced and caused even more drama amongst the online community. Many people felt disgusted with the actions portrayed in the video. Even though many believe it was fake, the idea behind it caused many people to fight back. In the video, Logan and Sam throw a lasso around random women in Santa Monica and then proceed to approach them and demand a kiss in order to let them go. Now even though some women were fine with the act and went on with the kiss, others were outraged and didn't like the whole thing. Now this is one of the smallest and most forgettable controversies the WWE star has went through, and we're just getting started. Another time Paul messed up was when he literally rode an oversized girl like a bicycle in one of his music videos. The sentence sounds weird just by saying it. Just a month before his infamous Japan Forest incident, Logan Paul got into another controversy when he uploaded a music video for his song titled No Handlebars. In the video, Logan is seen riding a human bicycle many times, using 3 girls while sitting on one of them. Eliza Johnson, one of the models used as a human bicycle chair, shared her frustration with the whole thing online and how she felt during the filming. She said that she felt abused and taken advantage of because of her plus-size body. "I was the only one who was plus-size. I'm the base of the bike. I definitely became uncomfortable when he wanted to just get on my back like that, because it's rare that you're on set and they just throw something at you. Con artists do things like that." Johnson explained that she didn't know the song or anything about the shoot beforehand. She understood that the video was meant to be funny, but did not know details about her role until she got on set. Paul later shared a backstage video showing the process of filming the music video and shared clips of him talking to his friend and being a bit uncomfortable with asking the models to become a bicycle. I have a problem with telling them I'm going to ride them like a bicycle." Even though Johnson is seen consenting to the whole shoot in the video, she still felt taken advantage of after she went through the filming process and saw the final result. Now deciding who's at fault here might be a bit hard, since the model did consent to everything, and some may accuse her for using this whole situation for personal publicity. But the act itself is still weird from Logan's side. Moving on to an even bigger controversy, and probably the biggest of them all, we have the Japan incident video that probably changed Logan's career forever, and some would say, to the better. The Japan incident is arguably one of the biggest controversies any YouTuber has gone through, and the effects it had on the YouTube community, as well as Logan himself, was the most notable. Back in 2018, Logan was at the height of his career, getting tens of millions of views on his daily vlog videos, creating one of the biggest fan bases at the time. But one video made him go from the biggest YouTuber to the public enemy #1. In one of his vlogs, Paul visited the infamous Aokigahara forest, also known as the Suicide Forest in Mount Fuji of Japan. While walking through the forest, Paul and his team noticed a dead body hanging from a tree. Now instead of turning the camera away and removing the bit from the video, they kept on filming the dead body, as well as Logan and his team's reaction, being surprised and laughing on some parts. The video went mega viral, quickly getting over 6 million views in under 24 hours. But after the severe backlash Logan was getting, the video was taken down. YouTube removed Paul's channel from the Google Preferred Ads program, media outlets started to write articles about the incident, and quickly, the story became the most talked about news online. Even though Paul eventually issued an apology video, the damage was already done. Brands got ties with him, famous celebrities including The Rock wanted nothing to do with him, and his whole online image was ruined, which led Paul to take time off from social media. After staying off of YouTube for 3 weeks, Paul returned to the site with a 7-minute video about suicide awareness and pledged to donate $1 million to the cause. Even years later, Paul still describes this incident as one of the lowest moments of his life and taught him the biggest lessons as a human being. Now you would expect after an incident such as this one, Paul might become a bit more careful with his words or what he does online. Even though that is true and Logan truly changed, he did not stay too far from controversies however. After recovering from the Japan incident and gaining some of the trust from his followers back, Paul was quick to go into a new one, this time with animal abuse. About a month after the whole incident, Paul was seen in a new video teasing dead rats for fun, removing a live fish from water to perform CPR on it, which also sparked a massive hate wave from the online community, as well as animal lovers and agencies like PETA. Immediately after the video was posted, a hate wave started forming against Paul, and YouTube was quick to demonetize his channels and stop him from making any revenue on their platform. A YouTube spokesperson said, "This is not a decision we made lightly. However, we believe he has exhibited a pattern of behavior in his videos that makes his channel not only unsuitable for advertisers, but also potentially damaging to the broader creator community." Paul removed the video a week later and apologized, but YouTube decided to scale back its relationship with the blogger anyway, and shelved plans for a follow-up to his 2017 feature-length film for YouTube. Even though this controversy did not affect Logan Paul as much as the Japan one, he still, however, made more enemies online than fans. Similar to this incident, it seems like Logan Paul loves to stir up hate within specific communities, and this time, he went after the LGBTQ+ community. On one episode of his Impulsive podcast, he and his co-host Mike Malak told listeners about their questionable New Year's resolutions for 2019. They started by saying that in January, they were going vegan and sober, while fatal February would see them go the opposite and consume lots of meat and vodka. And then came March, which was where the problem started. It's male-only March, so we're gonna attempt to go gay for just 1 month, Logan said. For 1 month and then swing, go back, Mike added. This sparked an outrage within the LGBTQ community online, with many attacking him for saying that being gay is a choice, and he can swing back and forth whenever he wants to, and he should instead use his platform to promote the community's issues and problems they face rather than make a joke out of it. Now, many people went to defend Paul for this incident, even being part of the LGBT community themselves, by saying that this was just a joke, and people are using Logan Paul and the fact that he's a controversial figure to just attack him for anything he says or does, just because they can. Going from one controversy to another, Paul just can't catch a break. But things did settle down, however, for the WWE superstar for a couple of years, until the NFT craze started, and Paul decided to jump on the train with projects of his own. The biggest scam and controversy Paul went through was his famous CryptoZoo project. But before we talk about that, Paul was also involved in multiple other alleged pump and dump schemes that saw him promote many so-called shitcoins for profit, including Elongate, Ethereum Max, and Ding Doink, which, to be fair, if anyone invested in a coin called Ding Doink, you could argue the fact that half of the blame should be placed on them. But regardless, his crypto controversies didn't stop with just small pump and dump schemes, but his biggest one was the famous CryptoZoo project. CryptoZoo, according to Logan, was one of his biggest crypto projects ever, and one that was going to change the industry. But eventually, it turned into nothing, leaving many people out hundreds and even millions of dollars with nothing delivered on the project, and even eventually closing down the entire thing. CryptoZoo first came into the spotlight on June 18, 2021, during an episode of his Impulsive podcast. Paul claimed to have invested over $1 million into CryptoZoo, and the concept was simple. It was a play-to-earn game where players could buy zoo tokens used to purchase in-game eggs. These eggs would hatch into animals, which could then be bred to create unique hybrids. The game promised that the rarer the animals, the higher the daily yields for the players. However, despite the initial excitement and successful launch that saw eggs worth $2.5 million purchased on the first day, things soon took a turn for the worse. On the much-anticipated hatch day, users were met with disappointment as they discovered they couldn't do anything with the eggs they had bought. This was just the beginning of a series of issues that plagued CryptoZoo. A year later, many users still hadn't been able to hatch their eggs. Initially, Logan Paul remained silent about these growing concerns, never even mentioning the project. He later claimed that the lead developer had fled with the project's code to Switzerland, demanding a $1 million ransom for its release. This saga, uncovered in detail by internet detective Coffeezilla through a series of YouTube videos, revealed a deeper problem and brought the scam to the forefront of the internet world. The game's artwork, initially claimed to be hand-generated, was allegedly using stock images. Investors, some of whom claimed to have lost over $500,000, were left with unfulfilled promises and no clear path to recoup their investments. When exposed, Paul announced a buyback program, committing over $2.3 million to repurchase base eggs and base animals at their original purchase price. And as usual, nothing happened after this announcement for a full year, until Logan Paul announced in a tweet a platform where buyers can apply to have their NFTs refunded. In the post, he specifically focuses on the NFT part of the project, disregarding the millions of dollars he spent on tokens, and clearly stated for the first time that the project is officially closed and the game will not come out, after claiming multiple times that he will continue pursuing efforts to finish the game. But just like everything in the crypto world, people were quick to forget about the whole thing, and Logan continued his life normally, going into the WWE, with details of how much exactly he was able to make still unknown, even though he claims he didn't make a single dollar. Logan then went on to launch Prime, one of the biggest hydration drink launches and a YouTube product to be released, quickly taking market share from their competitors and skyrocketing to a possible billion-dollar valuation. But with great success comes great controversies as well, and Prime and Logan Paul were not far from it. After launching Prime Hydration as well as Prime Energy, many allegations came out regarding the caffeine levels in the energy drinks, as well as a drink containing high levels of forever chemicals that are very harmful to humans. A class action lawsuit alleged that Prime contains high levels of caffeine and forever chemicals hit Prime, but Logan was quick to reply to the allegations, stating, "This ain't a rinky-dink operation. We use the top bottle manufacturers in the United States. All your favorite beverage brands use these companies. If the product is served in plastic, they make a bottle for them." He also mentioned that Prime Energy's caffeine levels fall within legal amounts in all of the states, as well as other countries it is sold to, and it is no different than any other energy drink brand out there. Prime Energy has complied with all FDA guidelines before hitting the market, and states clearly on packaging as well as in marketing material that this is an energy drink and is not made for anyone under the age of 18, the company said. Even though the caffeine levels of Prime was later debunked, the PFA amounts in the drink issue got even bigger. According to legal documents filed in the US District Court of the Northern District of California, they claim that Prime contains forever chemicals in amounts 3 times as much as humans should consume in their entire lifetime, which was an insane claim. Paul responded to the lawsuit on April 24th in a TikTok video. First off, anyone can sue anyone at any time. That does not make the lawsuit true, and in this case, it is not. PFOs, or forever chemicals, come from plastic. So in this case, they're not talking about the actual drink, the liquid itself, Prime. They're talking about the bottle that Prime is manufactured in. The court said it would issue a written order once a decision has been made. Paul managed to swerve the public opinion on Prime away from these claims with multiple Instagram stories and TikTok videos debunking all allegations. But a court decision will close the case forever. Regardless of the results, Logan Paul sure is a controversial figure and messed up quite a bit in his career. Let's wait and see what comes up in the future, and hopefully Paul will stay out of trouble.